All right, many of you have been requesting Angel Feather Gyze. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you guys were messing with the deck incorrectly when we were first testing it." It's been long since fixed, so don't worry about that. But this is the build that we've been testing. For those of you that saw us at Bushi Road, Chicago, a lot of people came over and wanted to play test against the deck. A lot of people got a lot of good learning experience from it. A lot of good rage quits came from this. But Angel Gyze is, I think it's the best.
The most consistent. It's not slow.
Luard is slow.
Nuba is just the cheese deck to use your opponents.
And then, what is it? Armaruda Revelation is horrible.
It doesn't work like you think.
What about
it does.
Token Rambu?
Oh, that's cool. I only get one of my restarters, and then by that time I'm already dead.
So, alright guys, check out our friends down at tradingcardmint.com down below in the description, and make sure you guys get your trading card game needs from them. Alright, Gyze is one of the most unique cards in the game. This guy is double-sided, as you can tell. It's the first Vanguard card in history.
Dude, it's a J ruler.
It's the first card in the game to be double-sided, but when you ride on top of it, it was errated, so you don't lose. It goes into your G zone. It doesn't count for GB, but it does count for the requirement of cards like Phantom Blaster.
The very first strides.
And then it grants you the ability of discard the same name when all 5 Zerath Dragons are bound, and then you flip it over and you stride into Gyze. And Gyze has this really cool ability that calls all 5 dragons. They're unaffected by everything. This also converts your trigger checks. You'll still get your icon effects, so you'll draw, stand, things like that, but your power changes into bind a Zerath Dragon, which is, it's a very unique clause in the game itself, but the card is very ridiculous. It's not doing super well in the Japanese metagame, but in the early days, I don't think a lot of people are going to particularly know how to play against this deck, because Angel Feather does have a very good advantage engine built into the deck already. And because of our good friend... No. Alright, so no here. On ride, exchange a card from your hand into the damage zone. And then if you and put an Angel Feather Nociel in there, counter boss one, add it to hand, and then take the top and put it back over there. You can rinse, wash, and repeat. TCG does not have the very big rule that made this card bad like in the OCG. Thank God. But very excellent. These are the only 3 grade 3s we're playing. There's no real reason to kind of play anymore. Anything you want to add about Nociel?
You don't play any more than that. Your whole deck needs to stay as close to Nociel or needs to stay as close to Rescue as you can. I mean, you don't want to put in Gavrils and stuff like that.
You're literally turboing.
You'll die.
So,
like, hi, I'm Nociel.
You turbo to 5 Zerath Dragons and you win.
Yeah, basically. And this deck is very good at damage denying your opponent. You either put them to 1 or you leave them at 0, shoot them in the face for 5, and then shoot them in the face for 5 more. Now, grade 2's pretty self-explanatory. The grade 2 Nociel, which also will proc this Nociel, allowing you further access. Also, this is another Nociel named card, so free value off of this. Nothing else really to add about this, right?
No, I'm Nociel. Hi.
GB1, lol. This creates defense walls from...
Since your Vanguard doesn't get power.
Yeah, since you don't get triggers, typically you'll trigger your Nociels. I've seen Keegan with 2 of these, even 3 of these on the board, generating 6k for every exchange that he gets, which is...
insane.
High defense. I may not get triggers, but I get 6k still.
Now, I'll let you explain this one.
He opts for 4 of these, which I agree. This card is your fixer, or it is to get your ultimate stride. You counter blast 1, you search your deck for a card, put it in your damage zone, then you take a face-up card from your damage zone, which in the beginning we were playing this wrong because we were putting down face-down cards, which obviously that's why we playtest. I mean, we forgot about this card. So you put it in there, and then you take a face-up card and put it in your drop zone. So basically, this can either get Keegan his grade 3, or it can get his ultimate stride ready to go.
Yeah,
because obviously you have to discard the same name as your Vanguard in order to go into Gyze after you've bound all 5.
Or if he needs a stride fodder, like...
Yeah, or if you need stride fodder. It just kind of fixes whatever you need. Also can trigger Nociel. So, I mean, hand advantage if you need that.
4 copies of the grade 1 Nociel. This is...
broken.
No.
Also, this with Broken Heart generating massive advantage. it's a powerhouse.
When it's placed on guard, not rear guard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it triggers Broken Heart's exchange effect.
Yeah. That's why. It's Nociel, so, I mean,
Yep.
what more you want?
4 copies of Remnant. This is your perfect card. I heard being able to deal damage.
When your perfect guard is pretty good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about this?
No, just make sure you have one face up. And you can counterblast the one that's in there and still use a skill because your cost has been paid. So, that's why it's really good.
4 copies of Stride Fodder. You actually have no real choice but to play 4 of this. It's the sad reality, unfortunately.
Sorry, I play 4 grade 3s. What more you want from me? I have to play 4 Stride Fodders.
Now, this one is a big one. There's a lot of controversy around playing this. I've seen some builds in Japan not playing this. There are some builds that are playing this. But this was a promo from, what was it?
One of our BCS last year.
So, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Heal a damage, deal a damage. Being able to not have this be... Having this not be Generation Break restricted is beautiful.
The only restriction is you have to have more or equal damage than your opponent.
Yeah, which is actually fine because you're
Or
going
you
to
damage deny them.
you're going to be denying your opponent the entire game. It's just another really powerful mechanic this deck has access to. I don't know what good alternatives are for this. You'd have to look back into the OCG, but a lot of people had enough advance notice with this and picked them up. But man,
Hi, Robbie.
it
Robbie,
makes-
we need promos.
it makes the deck so much better. And then 1 copy of this. This can really be anything. It recycles.
It's there. She's pretty.
Also, C7K. Like, it's actually not bad. I have no qualms with this.
I have no problem. I have no idea why it's there. It's just there.
All right, we're playing 7 draws. Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, why are we playing this? If we have 2 of these face up, counterblast them down and give 6k to the Vanguard, that's actually pretty good, especially on, a turn where we don't have a super boost or anything like that. You have to remember all of your triggers are literally turned into
Flip the Zerath Dragon.
Bind a Zero Dragon. So having this being able to actually do something actually puts a lot more work into it. And yes, Austin got his touch on the unicorns.
Yeah.
So,
You never got
7 draw in Angel Feather. What a time to be alive. 5 copies of stand triggers. Being able to restand something and further pressure your opponent's really good. Being able to still do this is pretty good. A few of you might not like this, that's fine, but being able to exchange further with this is pretty good.
Also, no seal name.
Yep.
And then you, with Referos, you just put back triggers that are in your damage zone that you don't need in there, and that way you can hit more before your Zerath Dragons are all gone.
A few of you, we're playing 4 Sunny Smile Angel.
I think Keegan wants to go to the new one.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
to the
we-
bindy one.
We were discussing the bindy one. This was just in case you got to put him back in the deck
Yeah.
to accelerate back your deck growth before you use Zero Dragon. I understand the bindy one, but for the time being, this has been fine.
Yeah, but he's going to go to the binder one. I mean, it makes more sense that way. You can G guard, you can bind one, and then you can bind them, and you can uncover a damage, and then now your Nociel's live again.
Yeah, you typically never even call it to boost.
I mean, Gridor is a thing still too for opponents, and so making your opponent counterblast is still
Zerath
sucks.
Dragons don't actually matter which 5 you play in this deck. You're just going to bind them and then call them to rear guard.
Yep.
This one always goes behind Vanguard.
Yep, because Megiddo-chan is the most worthless. Still calling it that they're going to change her effect on the new one. So 5 Zerath. For 1 copy of Nociel, remember this is when it swings to Vanguard, being able to suck up. 4 copies of Raphael.
Heal for days.
Being able to just
Heal a point of damage.
can't touch me. No.
And she is GB2. It's
Yep.
not like the old effect.
Yes.
Yeah, see, her SP version actually does not have the GB2 logo. It just says if you have 2 or more face
Yeah.
up.
But just remember, she is GB2 for healing.
So,
Gosh, she's so good. Literally just being like, ho
dude, that's how you win games when you go into time. You just heal.
2 Gabriel Prim, being able to damage yourself further.
Literally, I've never seen anybody ever go into this.
Yeah, I haven't seen him go into it either,
That's
but
here.
he has the room, so there's no reason not
Yep.
to do it.
They're G assisting cards.
2 copies of Surreal. I know King was talking about wanting to go to 3, which we might gut these out, depending on the situation. This card's absolutely broken. Counterblast 1, Heal 1, ping yourself a damage.
You check the
Well,
top.
you check the
Oh,
top
check the
card.
top.
Yeah, that's
And
what's
either
good.
leave it on top or
Sorry,
put it at
I
the
forgot
bottom.
my Genesis effect, or Oracle Think Tank
Oracle
effect.
Think Tank. Let me look at the top of the deck, please.
The new G Guardian, what's this thing actually do?
That's
pretty
the
good.
one that gets for each face down, or if you have
Your opponent's Vanguard attack and number face down
Yeah,
card
it's Vanguard,
damage
Vanguard,
on is
that's
2
that
or
too.
more, the unit gets 10k, and then if the number face down card damage on is 3 or more. Wow, this is 30k shield, or 35,000 shield. That's pretty good.
high bid.
And this is your very old unflipper. Oh my god. Here's face down G Guardian. Guardian 5k for every face up card in your damage zone. Wow, that's almost like there's opposite effects.
Yep. Wow. That's all they do is they're opposite to each other.
This deck is honestly this deck is pretty fucking cheesy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Deck is a lot of fun though.
Yeah, I mean they get 5 triggers. You just scoop it up and pass it on to
Yeah.
the next day.
The deck's fucking stupid.
This is what your board actually is supposed to look like. Zoa can come out. He's earned his place.
Cool.
It's actually supposed to be Stark up here because but
But he don't play Stark.
Yeah.
Stark just chills. He plays Megiddo instead.
of course I gotta show the man's Megiddo some love. Hi guys, please check out our friends at tradingcardmint.com down
Oh,
below
we
in the
never
description.
explained the 5 ping damage.
Oh, nobody needs to know about that. You're just like your opponent's Vanguard without resist, and they just die. Yeah, check out our friends at tradingcardmint.com down below in the description for you guys' trading card game needs. And me and the Gyze-chans are out. Later, guys. That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out MCole40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out MColegames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming. NLGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.